Let me take you back to the year 2003. The Human Genome Project was completed, a bunch of countries joined the European Union, and such classic things were given life, like flash mobs, everyone's fave. Something else also happened in 2003, 2002 if you were in Japan, and that was the release of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the Nintendo GameCube. You sailed the high seas, talked to a boat, and did a bunch of rupee farming that they took out in the remake because it was way too tedious. And you did all of that to a bomb soundtrack. Spanning a whopping 133 tracks, the game has had some of the series' most memorable tunes come out of it. In this video, we're going to talk about Dragon Roost Island and its theme, and more specifically what it sounds like upside down. By upside down, I mean I'm going to take all of the MIDI data and flip it upside down around one central pitch, which will be the tonic in this case. Dragon Roost Island is in G minor, so everything will be going around a G. Now, if you checked out my last video on Gerudo Valley,
If you haven't, you should totally check it out at the end of this video, link in the description.
you heard something that was vastly different than the original song. In the case of Dragon Roost, the vibe doesn't change so drastically, but there's something I'd really like you to listen for. In this piece, there's a trick that's used to create a sort of lift effect. In measure 9, when the melody kicks in, it's outlining a G minor chord, with the mandolin moving between a G minor and F major, creating a sort of somber, mysterious sound you might associate with a minor key. However, moving forward to measure 14, the melody makes a jump up to an F and starts to outline a B-flat major chord, which is the relative major of G minor, the key that Dragon Roost is in. So in music, we have what's called a scale. The scale consists of a bunch of different notes. In the case of what we call a major key, you've got 7 different notes, with a specific amount of distance between them. The distance between any one key on a keyboard and the next is classified as a semitone, no matter if the key is black or white. A semitone is half the distance of what is known as a tone. Major keys are made up of these distances specifically: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. You can take these distances, start on any one of the 12 keys on a piano, and get the major scale for the note that you start on. Minor keys work in the exact same way, however they have different distances associated with them. The distances for a minor key are tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. If you look closely at these two sets of distances, however, you see that they can overlap each other. Specifically, the 6th distance of a major key corresponds to the 1st distance of a minor key. And if we loop the major key distances one more time, well, would you look at that? In every major key, there also exists a minor key, referred to as the key's relative minor. This works the other way around as well. Every minor key has a relative major, as is the case for Dragon Roost Island. This creates a very nice sense of lift and progression, and the song continues to move between this minor and major feel throughout. Now, the very interesting thing about flipping the song is that these feels are completely reversed when you do. With the way I'm inverting the chords, every major chord becomes a minor one, and every minor chord becomes a major one. This is what I want you to listen for as the inverted version plays. It really changes the whole feeling of the piece, while still sounding quite familiar, and something you could definitely place hearing cold turkey as, hey, that sounds just like Dragon Roost Island, but wait a minute, not really, what is this?